your pattern has a dart, you can either move that excess into the dart, or if the armhole is tight, you can get the extra room by making the bust dart smaller. Let me show you. If your front armhole is gaping more than 6 millimeters, pin out the excess. And when you pin, make sure it's in the direction of the bust point here. So bust point, not dart point. You just want to pin along here, and it will get, so you can see it's getting pretty much close to nothing there. But the important thing is that you get the right amount at the armhole here, so you know how much you need to take off at the armhole, and what your excess you're removing is in the right direction, so it's going to hit the dart point there, bust point there. However, if the armhole is too tight and you need to add fabric in, what you can do is just cut from the armhole here, so it's got a curved bit here, cut a diagonal line headed towards the bust point, and then stick a bit of fabric behind it. You just spread it to the desired amount and pin that fabric in place. And make sure you spend some time getting the pinning right. This will tell you how much you need to add when you create the pattern. So if the armhole wasn't looking right, you either removed excess by pinning it out a little bit, or you added some in using the slash and spread technique. So either way, your toile is looking accurate. So when you go to create your pattern, what you'll do is use a slash and spread technique to either reduce the dart and add some up here, or add this excess down to the dart. And I'll show you how to do this in 1 second. And remember how if you had a V-neck, how you may have had to pin out some excess here to contour it properly. You can do the same thing, same slash and spread technique with the excess you pinned out here. So when you come to adjust your pattern, what you'll do is draw a slash line from the armhole to the bust point, and then another slash line from the dart point to the bust point. Then cut along both these lines, finishing just before the bust point. To reduce the armhole, you'll overlap the pattern by the same amount as you pinned out on your toile. So if you pinned out 1 centimeter at the armhole, overlap it by 1 centimeter. See how the bust dart is now bigger? To increase the armhole, you will spread the slash line by the same amount as you opened your toile. See how the bust dart has gotten smaller? Be careful how much you add though. If your dart legs are getting really close, you may need to add some this way and then add some at the side seam. Using darts as pivot points is just one way to make fit changes to your pattern. To learn more, click on the card to watch my full dress fitting video, where I'll show you all the different ways you can remove excess or add fabric into tight areas at each location of the body.